Natasha.
Debbie.
Show.
The show.
Welcome to it. Just two patriotic girls.
Learning about the world.
So please, don't take us the wrong way.
Hi, welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show.
Nope, that's not the name of our show. It's the COVID and COVID
That's right.
show because she gave me COVID.
I did. I ended up with COVID for the first time and accidentally gave it to
Accidentally.
Natasha for a birthday present.
I woke up on my
Wasn't I nice?
birthday on Sunday with COVID.
Yeah, shame on me.
Don't ask Debbie for gifts.
I'm really
I told
bad
her
at
she's
it.
the worst gift giver of
really,
all time.
Really bad.
So bear with us today as we weren't going to make this video today. And we probably shouldn't be making this video right now. We're both miserable. It can be worse, of course. But it can be better too. This video that we're about to watch has been, what, the most requested?
I think the most requested Swedish video.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take a stab at her name and probably butcher it. So apologies. Also, you can't get mad at me. I'm sick. Jona Jinton? No, that's not right. Jona Jinton. I don't know. That's the best I have. That's her name, I guess. Something like that. Hopefully you'll know who I'm referring to. And this video is called what, Debbie?
Living with the dark winters in Sweden, midnight sun and polar nights.
And that sounds actually beautiful right now. And I could use a dark night and some, I don't want to know what a midnight sun is. But before we find out, if you don't mind, hit that like button simply for the fact that you feel sorry for us.
And consider subscribing.
We'll take your pity likes today and
We
your pity
definitely will.
subscribes. But yeah, I'm curious about this. Like Debbie, like we said, like so many people have said, watch this, watch this, watch this. And I don't think it was just this video, mainly this video, but her stuff in general. So this is our first time taking a look. So without any further ado, let's check out the dark winters in Sweden.
My name is Jonna, and I live in the north of Sweden.
I kind of said that. Oh, wow,
That's
Sweden.
gorgeous.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's not what I think of when I think of Sweden.
Sweden is a country with a lot of light. And it's also a country with a lot of darkness. It all depends on what season it is.
Wow. 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 This is beautifully filmed.
Just like many other countries in the northern hemisphere, there is a strong contrast in the light conditions between.
Yeah, let's just take a minute here because this is. I'm trying not to sneeze. I apologize.
At the same time.
If we end up sneezing, we're sorry. Seeing that winter view, look at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That is, first of all, just beautiful. Sweden, you are stunning. You are stunning.
Absolutely.
And then look at this.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't seem possible. I mean, we have that here too, right? But not like it's not as cold in most of the country.
Yeah, it
here.
doesn't seem as contrasting.
But that is just unreal. It's so beautiful. It's like an idyllic fairy tale land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that.
Countries in
For
the
now.
northern hemisphere, there is a strong contrast in the light conditions between summer and winter. In the winter, it's dark almost all the time.
That'd be hard. Oh, really? Yeah, I've heard this.
And
Never
in the
seen it.
summer, it's light all the time.
Wow.
Hold up. What time was that?
And in the summer, it's light all the time.
Almost midnight.
Really? Have we heard that part?
I have.
I may have fell asleep during that part in my brain. In my brain.
I think it's interesting to find out how you kind of adjust to that. So it'll be interesting. Hopefully she'll give us.
Can you imagine
No, I can't.
that time of night?
No.
And seeing that kind of light?
It would be hard for me to go to
It
sleep
would
with
freak
daylight.
me out. Freak me out.
And
But I
then-
could sleep all day in the
Yeah.
wintertime.
It'd be hard to wake up though and get stuff done when it's dark the whole time.
Well, question. I'm nocturnal. So what would happen to me in the wintertime when it's dark the
you
whole
might
time?
thrive.
I never go to sleep. I would never sleep. Is that a Swedish thing? Probably not.
Could
Maybe?
be.
During the summer,
That's
in
crazy.
the very north of Sweden, the sun never sets between the end of May until the middle of July. So
Really?
you can see the
Wow.
sun 24 hours a day, and that is called the midnight sun.
That's so cool.
That is pretty awesome.
That's amazing to me.
And then, during the winter in the very north of Sweden, it's the opposite. For a couple of weeks, the sun never rises above the horizon, which means that there is no sunlight for about a month. And that is called the polar night.
Like Alaska.
These extreme contrasts in light is caused by the rotation of the Earth in relation to the position of the sun. And the further north you go, the bigger the contrast. I live in the middle north of Sweden, and if I'm lucky and it's a clear sky, I can see the sun above the treetops for about an hour during the darkest time of the year.
Oh, really?
It's the middle of the day, and this is how high the sun goes up now. It's just a little bit over the horizon, or over the trees. But winters like this one, when it's been cloudy every day, I actually didn't see a glimpse of the sun for over a month.
That'd be hard.
But just a few days ago, now in the beginning of January, I got to feel the sun on my face again. This is the first glimpse of the sun that we see in over a month. Do you see this?
It's so beautiful, Sweden.
And that feeling when you begin to feel the sunlight again in January is always overwhelming. It's like seeing the sun for the first time in your life.
I bet. I bet. I have a hard time in the wintertime, even seeing the sun, but not feeling the warmth from it. You know, bothers me. So I don't know how I could do that.
Yeah, there's something about feeling that bright sun on your face.
And a little bit of the heat, though, too.
Yeah.
But it's so pretty.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
I would like to experience a week of it.
both ways.
I would like to experience a week of it. I couldn't do a month, I don't think.
Yeah, I know.
Even if it can be hard sometimes with these kinds of light conditions, I really love it and I would never want to change it. I think the light is never as beautiful as it is during these most extreme times of the year.
I can relate. I mean, not really, but I can understand. That is...
When it's summer, I usually change my rhythm and stay up all nights and then sleep in the forenoon instead. The light is all nights and then sleep in the forenoon instead. The light is so beautiful in the middle of the night, and as a filmmaker and photographer, it's like a dream to be out and capture the beauty of the bright nights of June.
It's messing with my mind. I'm like, it's not really that time.
Right?
Wow. What is this? Okay, hold on. No. Sorry. Okay.
I mean, she's not kidding. The colors that you get there are just...
It's, like I said, it's a fairy tale, isn't it?
amazing.
It's not real.
Yes.
I don't think it really exists.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, like some sort of mountain range in the background here? And if so, I want to know which one. I want to know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere northern, obviously, but where exactly is she at? Because I want to know more about this place. Oh, it's so cool. You can see why you told us to watch this.
And then in the winter, even if we don't get so much sunlight, we at least get a few hours of twilight during the day. And that light is the most beautiful kind of daylight that I know.
I agree.
Yes.
It's like experiencing a long sunrise without a sun.
I think it's like experiencing living on a different planet.
Exactly.
Because that is stunning.
And when it's a clear sky and the sun is rising just a tiny bit above the treetops, it spreads a soft and pink light all over the landscape.
That's beautiful.
And that is beyond beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Around 3 in the day, it's already getting dark, and it makes the evenings feel never-ending. But the darkness makes us see what is never visible in the light. Because actually, we do get sunlight from thousands of suns far, far away. I live in a place where there's no light pollution, and the night sky is breathtaking. And for me, that is one of the reasons that I really love the winter here. And now and then, the sun sends us a greeting in the darkness. Particles from storms on the surface of the sun comes traveling towards the earth, colliding with our magnetic field and creating the aurora borealis, the
Which is
northern
so
lights
pretty.
that dances in the sky. I can never find the right words to describe how much I love to stand under the northern lights on a cold and dark winter night. I can take the darkness any day, as long as I get to see the stars and the northern lights. It makes it all worth it. Even though there is so much beauty to find in these special kinds of light conditions that we have here in the north, I would lie if I said that it's always easy to live and adapt to them, because it's not. Well, the summer is easy. I don't think you can have too much light. The only thing that people often ask me is if it's harder to sleep when it's light all night. And for me personally, if I want to sleep during the night, I have no problem with that. And for those who do feel like it's a problem, it's easily fixed with some thick and dark curtains.
Yeah, that's true. I can do it.
But the winter and the darkness is definitely much more challenging. And I can only speak from my own experience now. The lack of sunlight makes me more tired, and during the darkest and coldest months, between November and March, I sometimes struggle to keep the energy up. It's harder to get up in the morning when it's dark outside. Our body naturally want to wake up with the sun.
Right.
And in the afternoon, I often get confused with the time, since the darkness makes it feel like it's much later than it actually is. And the lack of daylight makes me struggle more as a filmmaker, since I only have 1 hour of good light to film in a day, compared to the 24-hour of good light in the summer. So the darkness, combined with the cold, make things a bit more challenging. And I know I'm not the only one struggling to keep up the energy during this time of the year.
Animals? Wouldn't they also struggle? What is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? What did she just do? She just die?
That's definitely a polar plunge.
What did she? That was summer. No, it wasn't. There was ice. I know that wasn't summer. Why did she just do that? What just happened?
Guess that'll give you some energy. Wake you up.
I said, did she just die? What? No. That's not.
Well, just being there on that ice in your bare feet in that outfit would
Okay.
be quite cold.
Yeah. Okay, I don't apparently have Swedish ancestry or DNA at all because I'd die. You're right. I couldn't even walk out there without shoes on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I didn't get the cold gene, you guys. Just so you know now.
No.
Nope. Comments, please. Gonna need some comments on that one.
I would think it would help refresh you and give you some energy. Although I'd want like a blanket right there as soon as I got out.
Yeah, because a blanket's gonna help you, Debbie. I have to say that again. I don't know what I'm saying, but why? You're just gonna pretend that didn't happen?
Of course, there's many things you can do to make the winters a little easier. I want to mention a few things that helps me adapt better to the lack of sunlight. For me personally, I think that the tiredness that I feel in the winter is the hardest part. The energy level is so low sometimes. And the cure to that is not always to sleep more. It can actually be to do the opposite. So I try my best to keep being active and moving my body as much as I can. And get as much daylight as possible. I go for long walks with my dog every day. And if the weather is good, I like to go out in the forest with my snowshoes and my camera, or go skiing. I also love to take ice baths.
Why?
It's something I started doing a few years ago, combined with breathing exercises, using the Wim Hof method. And it has become my favorite way of boosting myself with new energy when I need it the most.
I would like to introduce her to some coffee. It's got caffeine. Just anything other than what she's doing there. I mean, good for her, but I'm freezing watching this now. I mean...
It does make it a little bit colder, but it does seem to be working for her. So.
No, I said good for her.
Kudos.
But I still think coffee would get the job done better. Faster. less flu.
True.
I'm joking, guys. I respect what she's doing, and I don't know if that's a cultural thing, if others do that or not.
You let us know.
Coffee. I recommend coffee. It's hot. It's not like that cold. And it's got caffeine.
Going into that freezing water is actually the last thing that my body wants to do in that
Correct.
moment.
Oh,
But putting myself into that kind of discomfort is awakening something in me that helps me reset my body.
yeah. You know what it's called? Hypothermia. No, I'm sorry. I just people do the polar bear plunge around here and stuff. They jump in, the frozen lakes and stuff in the winter, and they jump out immediately, and they think they're so cool. And I'm like, yeah, you're all silly. But that's nothing compared. I'm sure how cold that water is.
I would think a bit
and
different.
I just don't have that in me. I see something like that, and I think of my arthritis in my knees. I just couldn't do it. So, to any people that do this, you are beasts.
Yes, and let us know if you are one of those
Yeah.
people too.
You're not human, though. I'll tell you that, because that's just insanely impossible to do. I couldn't do it. There's no way.
I don't know that I could either.
There's no way. So anyone that can do this, you have something different than the rest of us do. True story.
Believe it or not, but cold swims and cold showers has many good health benefits.
Really?
It's not for everyone, of course, and
Yeah.
it's important to get knowledge before trying an ice bath if you have never done it before.
Agreed.
But for me, it has been a great source of energy and joy during the winter time. So, I really feel a big difference in my energy levels in the winter when I move my body in some way. It doesn't need to be a full workout, but just something, a little every day, that makes you feel alive. When we can't get enough energy from the sun, I think it's even more important to make sure that we get enough energy and nutrition from our food.
Mm-hmm.
Nature has so much to give us in the summer that we can harvest and save for the winter when we need it the most.
It's so pretty there.
Here in the north, we have plenty of berries in the forest. So I like to
Blackberries?
pick tons of blueberries and lingonberries and put in the freezer so that we can eat berries and drink juice from berries every single day
I wanna
during
do
the
that.
whole winter.
I love her house. It's what they've shown of it so far.
I also like to pick different herbs that are good for our health and dry them to make my own tea for the winter.
Nice.
I want to know which ones.
One of my favorite teas to drink when it's cold and dark outside is simply made out of birch leaves. I pick them just as they begin to bloom in the spring, while they are still small and light green. And the tea smells and tastes just like how it smells like in the spring. And in the middle of the winter, I think it feels so comforting to have a piece of the spring to remind you of the wonderful time to come when everything is blooming and the birds are singing again.
I love
And
that.
of course, I also take vitamin D supplements.
I was
since
gonna
we don't
ask.
get anything from the sun in many months.
I was
Even
gonna
though
ask.
that would never replace the sun, I believe it can help a little bit.
It helps.
The
Oh,
list of things you
that.
can do to handle the darkness is endless.
What was that?
The
That is
list
so
of
pretty.
things you can do to handle the darkness is endless. These were just to mention a few. But I think that the most important thing of all is to accept and adapt to the cycles of nature.
Yeah.
I definitely feel a big difference in the energy during summer and winter, both in nature and in myself. And that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. It's just
Agreed.
different.
Mm-hmm. Well said.
I think the winter and the darkness can cause a lot of unnecessary suffering when we are trying to force ourselves to feel the same as we do in the summer.
She's
It's
right.
okay to feel tired. It's okay.
I'm just going to pause there for a minute because those of us not in this area of the world who struggle, for one, yeah, we're a bunch of crybabies, aren't we?
Definitely.
But two, she's right. It's unnecessary.
yeah.
We should just be like, okay, this is the time of the season. This is the time of the year. Go with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get ticked off when we change our stupid clocks back, and then it gets so much darker earlier. And I mean, I'm used to it now. It's only been a couple weeks, but I'm used to it. But she's right. That just totally changed my mindset. This video has just totally changed my mindset.
Yeah, I think the important thing too, like she said, is to do what you can to keep your energy up. Move a little bit,
For me, it's not about the
get out,
energy.
get some fresh air.
it's about the mood, you know?
Yeah.
Just getting angry at it. But she's right. Like, there's things to look at. Oh, that just really helped. I'm going to rewind that sentence. It really did. Rewind that back. I think it's hopefully right about here.
Feel the same as we do in the summer.
No, sorry.
Suffering. I think the winter and the darkness can cause a lot of unnecessary suffering when we are trying to force ourselves to feel the same as we do in the summer. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel lack of inspiration.
Yes.
And it's okay to need more sleep and to let things slow down.
Yes. So agree. Love her.
A
Thank you, guys.
flower would never force itself to bloom in the cold winter. So why would we? This way of thinking changed my way of dealing with the different seasons.
She's changing my way of thinking about life right now. That's so true.
That is very, very true.
Oh my God, I love her.
A flower would not try to bloom in the winter.
Okay, we all need to take advice from her.
Mm-hmm.
This is fantastic.
I love the winters just as much as I love the summers. They both have their own benefits and challenges. And I think it gets much easier when we let go and accept what we feel instead of fighting it, and accept the cycles in nature and the cycles in ourselves and learn to live with it, like a dance.
Wow, I'm so like moved.
So this is how it is to live with the light and the darkness in the north of Sweden, from my perspective. The extreme contrasts in light also creates a bigger contrast to the seasons, and they all have their own beauty.
Jeez.
I love the constantly changing seasons, and that you can see and feel how the light changes a little bit for every single day that goes by. The beautiful balance of light and darkness is my greatest source of inspiration, and it makes every day feel new and different.
It is absolutely stunning.
It is stunning. No matter what season.
One of the most beautiful places on earth. And I have ancestors that came from here, Debbie, and so do you. Oh man. This is getting in the heart. Come on.
Gorgeous.
Oh wow. I can't thank you guys enough for telling us about her and about specifically this video.
Mm-hmm.
That has changed my thought process.
It has. And as we head into winter, we're going to have a new outlook this season.
Well, we already
aren't we?
have. Think about it though, because like when she first got COVID, Debbie can't sit still. Okay, that's the thing about her. You need to know she can't.
I don't
Even
know
when
what you're
she's sick.
talking
But she was pushing because of my birthday over the weekend to try to get better, and I said no. I'm like, just remember,
Yeah.
stop trying to make yourself feel better, and just let yourself be sick. Don't pressure yourself into telling your body to be better. Let it be sick. Just let go and let it be sick.
You did say that.
I did.
Because I'm very much in a,
I'm not in the mood for this sickness.
no, my body's not getting sick right now. I don't have time.
But maybe, I mean, that's a kind of a little bit of the philosophy. I guess I already had a little of that philosophy. I mean,
A little bit.
I did, but not to the same. That's just, I'm going to use this video
Mm-hmm.
and use those few sentences, especially at the end there. Just really got me.
It's very beautiful, very intelligent.
Wow. I need to know about this area that she's in, because most people love to go to the ocean, to a beach, like yourself, and that's fine. Not me. Give me beautiful, trees and a lake and a mountain,
Yeah, that
And-
is more your pace.
and a cabin. That is so much more who I am as a person. Not an ocean and sandy beach. I feel like you've seen one of those cinema.
Yeah, they do kind of get to be the same after a while. But a place like this is constantly changing, as we've seen. And I did like that.
This is absolutely amazing. I'd love to do more of our videos. If you guys would like us to, let us know in the comments. And Yeah, I can't thank you enough for the recommendation. This was moving, and I want to share this with a lot of our friends. Hey, if you don't mind, share this on your social medias too, and hit the like button if you enjoy our content, and don't forget to consider subscribing to the channel. Please let us know if you know like what area she's in. I know she said northern, but I don't know where to look.
Yeah, where northern.
Yeah, and I'd like to see some of your parks and things that look more like, more of the nature.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us a comment too of some of those places to check out. I didn't enjoy this. I loved this. I was moved by this.
I loved it.
Feel this.
Yeah, loved it, and we definitely learned about it.
Yeah, learned a lot.
Great.
This made me feel better, actually.
Good.
It did. So, watch this if you get COVID. No, I'm being
Hopefully
serious.
you don't get COVID, but if you have
Okay,
it,
if you're sick, this is a good video to watch. I think it is.
it is. It'll
Kinda
help you to feel better.
Puts things in perspective for you too. So, but again, thank you so much for watching, guys. We really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoyed this even a fraction as much as we did, and maybe you received the same message we did. Hopefully you did. We'll see you on the next episode of the Natasha and Debbie Show, and hopefully we'll be 100% by then. Until then, please love, like, jazz.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye, guys.
Bye.